What's up? It's been a minute since the live, but I felt like sharing this. So, why do we feel stuck as men, right? Why do we feel stuck as men? This is an observation, right? So you might have your own opinion behind it. I'm just going to share my observation from coaching men and also in my own life, right? I'm someone that goes and really try to seek. Right? I'm a seeker, but I'm also somebody that's going to come and going to share my observation, right? So my observation is this. Men, we're going to talk about two energies. We're going to talk about masculine energy, feminine energy, okay? So the masculine energy has the ability to let go, or is just like more prone to just let go. When healthy, when full capacity, ability to let go. Has drive. Right? Go and pursue the goal. Go, move. Oop. This way. Action. Goes towards action. Goes towards action. Whereas the feminine, or the feminine energy, is more receiving, holding space, and nurturing. Now, it doesn't mean that as a man, you're not going to hold space or you're not going to be, nurturing. It's just like you don't naturally gravitate towards there. You would naturally gravitate towards action, this way, ability to let go, and then drive. So whenever you get to the place of actually moving forward in life, right? Consistently moving forward, you would do all these things. When a man feels stuck is when he is not able to release. Now, the interesting thing instead of release, right, which inside my coaching, that's the first thing that every man has to go through. We have to go to the stage of releasing, right? Because releasing is all of the drawers. If you think of it, all the drawers of emotion that you haven't been able to let go are the baggages that you're holding on. And so you're not able to actually move up and stay up. You move up and you slide down. You move up, you slide down. Because you keep on going back to this cycle, right? There's always a cycle. Whoever it is, there's always a cycle. Myself, there's always a cycle. And the goal is for you to be able to break down or break away from those emotional patterns that you keep on doing, because it affects your marriage, it affects your business, it affects your calling, it affects your relationship with your kids, relationship with others, right? Because you're emotionally just going back to the same thing again and again and again and again, just because you're never able to release. Where at the core, men is about release, the ability to let go. So whenever you're not able to let go, you're just not really embodying what being a man is, and we're stuck. And so there's the work that comes in inside of like the deep work that comes in inside of releasing, scrapping away. A lot of time it comes down to things that we've had when we were little, right? Baggages, drawers that we were shut. Because one thing that we're good at as men at releasing is what? Anger. We're very good at it. Whatever comes in, we're going to figure out a way to eventually get back to anger. Because we're good at releasing anger. Horrible at releasing anything else, right? Sadness, don't have time for that. Shame, don't have time for that. Or I will explore it, but I will go back to anger and boom, boom, I'll release it. Or, what do? We sedate. One, because it hurt and we don't know what to do with the pain, and we don't want to go in and hurt somebody or just punch a wall or yell at someone, so we sedate. Weed, gaming, other women, right? Pornography, whatever it is, like that's the release, right? Because we need the action. Remember that card, action? We need the action, so we move, and we try and do that instead of being able to stay in this place of being able to, even for ourselves, to hold space for ourselves or ask somebody to hold space for us, right? I remember the first time I asked somebody to hold space for me, it was probably one of the weirdest things. I had actually asked, can I get a hug? I remember that. I was like, can I get a hug? And I felt like even a piece of me in the moment felt ashamed of asking for a hug, but I understood this is something that I needed, right? Because yes, I was trying to heal some, childhood wound and things like that. But I was like asking for holding the space for me because they don't know what you need. And many men, sometimes like you just need a hug. That's it. He doesn't need a lot. He just needs a hug. But in this place of being stuck, I'm going to go back to it, of being stuck, it's understanding that there's things that have to be released because you've got to this new level and there's baggages that you have that you got to let go so that you can eventually be seen more, which is speak the message that God called on your life. Or just being present for your family at full capacity, not like halfway in because you have so much baggage that you haven't dealt with. Baggages with when you were little, baggages with like family members, baggages maybe with your spouse, baggages with your kids, baggages with maybe like failed businesses or your current business. Whatever that is, there's baggages, there's drawers of emotions that you haven't released. Right? There's emotions you haven't released in there. And so you have to go and you have to just go and scrap all that stuff. Keep removing it so that you can actually be lighter and move in the direction you're supposed to. And then I promise you at that moment, like you're going to feel unstuck and you're going to be able to move. But at every level, there's something that's going to be required of you. So right now, whatever level you at, if you feel stuck, I'm going to challenge you to do this. You ready? I'm going to challenge you to make a list of all the people that you hold resentment towards. That you know, there's probably like 5 names right away that came up. Pa, pa, pa. And I'm going to ask you to go and reach out to those people and just apologize. Just say, hey, I'm sorry for this. Didn't deserve it. Just wanted to release. And that's not about you receiving anything from them. It's about you releasing it. And I promise you, the more you can do that, one is, as you're doing it, you're going to open doors of emotions that you haven't dealt with yet. And then you can process those emotions. A great framework, I'm trying to see if I have it here. A great framework for the release of emotion is this, is release. That means I have to stay long enough in the pocket to feel the emotion. Reframe, understanding that there's a couple of stories that I have there, right? Where's my frame? Oh, my frame is somewhere here. Don't see it. Okay, so there's a couple. When we talk about reframing, it's understanding that there's the original story, there's the me story, there's an opposite story, and then there's the desire story, right? And looking at which one is going to help you achieve what you actually want. And a lot of time, what you actually want is positive for everybody, right? So there's the reframe. Then after the reframe, there's the relate. Always understanding that whatever you are going through can be related to other domains of your life, right? It's never just one thing holding one thing. Let's say business. Hey, I need to make more money. Making more money is never just making more money. Making more money is related to other pieces of your life. Always, 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 always. And you can flip it, right? You're not making money. Oh, maybe there's something happening inside of your body. Maybe you're in pain, or you don't see yourself as that guy that can actually produce, or you have a relationship with your parents, your spouse, your brothers, your sisters, whatever that is holding you hostage, right? Or maybe you feel like you're not doing what you're supposed to do. It's not your calling. And you can flip it. If your body, you're overweight, maybe it's like, hey, relationship is not working. Money production is not working. Your calling is not working. You can flip it again. Relationship is not working. Maybe you're not bringing enough money, or maybe, right? So you relate that emotion to your body, or to your being, or to your business, or to your relationship, right? And then after that, now you finally get to the revelation. What is the revelation that you're getting? That's how you go and release. But if you're feeling stuck, it is because there's things that you have to release. And as the masculine, one of the number one thing we're supposed to be good at doing is releasing. But a lot of us don't know how to release beyond from anger. So if that's you and you connect with this, you're just having that struggle with releasing, just reach out. Let's do a warm up. Let's see where you at, where you want to go. What's the obstacle in the way? All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, off you go.